I want you to watch this clip of Dr. Thornburg because he speaks about truth that I think a lot of us agree with. This is kind of the journey we all were on as we got to this point when it comes to vaccines. So listen to this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Thornburg. I made the decision to stop carrying vaccines in my office. This has been a long time coming. When I was in pediatric training, we were taught that vaccines are safe. Anybody who questioned vaccines as being unscientific and irrational. We never actually studied vaccine science. We were just told this. So it was a cultural determination. It was a groupthink. And that's what I was armed with when I left my pediatric training and started my own private practice. When I first started practicing, I refused to take any families who didn't vaccinate. And as I became engaged with my community and I got to know people and people got to know me, some of these families started to ask me to take a look at some scientific literature that stated that vaccines weren't safe. Because I knew them and I wanted to help them because I knew that they were just confused. After all, I'm a doctor and they weren't. And so they needed some guidance. So I took their literature because I wanted to study it so I could use it to convince them that it was a flawed study, that they should vaccinate their kids and they shouldn't question science. I understand that you might think that they're not safe, the vaccines aren't safe, but I'm going to show you that they're safe. As I reviewed the literature, the opposite happened. I realized that the vaccine science is not all there, that the safety studies are not complete. And instead of me convincing them, they convinced me. And that's when I became a vaccine-friendly doctor. And since 2005, I have allowed patients to be part of my practice, and it was their decision whether or not they vaccinated or not.
What I like about this clip is he's not saying he's anti-vaccine. He's saying that he has opened his eyes to the problems around vaccines. They're not as perfect as we all were taught. And that's all he's saying. He's a vaccine-friendly doctor. And I would put myself in that category too. I'm vaccine-friendly. I'm vaccine-neutral. I want to give you both sides, and generally that's the risk side because you know the benefit side. That's where a lot of us are right now. We want to make sure that you have enough information to make an informed decision for you and your family. After researching vaccines for years, he got to this point. I did the same thing. I hit a wall with vaccines and thought maybe I should start looking into this. And the more I looked into it, the more surprised I was at my take on vaccines. That doesn't mean that we are anti-vaccine. It means that we are pro-information. We are pro-informed consent. And sadly, vaccines don't have the safety and efficacy data that we were all led to believe they had. That puts us in the middle. And just trying to give you enough information for you to decide for yourself.